What is up, everybody? JD Presents 9345 back here with another LEGO Star Wars review. This is currently the last 20th anniversary LEGO set I own. So if I get any more, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So anyways, we're going to be taking a look at set 75261, the Clone Scout Walker. This is the 20th anniversary edition. Recommended ages are 6 and up, has 250 pieces, 4 minifigures, and retails for $30 in the United States. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. So you guys may be wondering what I'm doing right now. That is because I recently was able to build my own minifigure stand. If you guys want, I would be happy to show you guys how I built it and how it looks. So basically, the cool thing about this new minifigure stand I made is that it can actually turn now. Anyways, let's get back to the review. So up here we have the Clone Scout Trooper. Now, this is kind of the this is the Clone Trooper that precedes the Imperial Bike Scout. I'm just doing this right now so that the camera can zoom in on the figure and give you the highest quality review. So here's the front printing on him. I think it's very, very nice looking. So I just gotta wait for the camera to refocus again. There you go. I think that's better. So yeah, I like all the little straps and such that are included on this minifigure. Like here and here. I've taken a look at this minifigure already once or twice, but this is not really the most common figure to get. It's a really nice figure as well. So over here and here you have a couple packs which could store some food or ammunition or something for his blaster over here. And then down here we have some lighter armor and more armor up here. And then up here is his helmet. Let me just remove that for you guys. And of course, what a surprise, Angry Clone. Anyways though, here is what I'm trying to show you right now though. This is the helmet design, and it's actually really nice design with the dark green visor. Then you have some detailing over here for like the nozzles and such on it, right there. They're the nozzles. And on the side, just more camo printing. You see how it looks from up top and all around. You can really see how it looks just like the Imperial Bike Scout, you know? It's a really cool minifigure if you ask me. So then let's go back and look at the back printing of this figure. Again, this part here looks just exactly like the Imperial Bike Scout, which is pretty nice. More packs here and here. And overall, just a great minifigure. There are no complaints from me with this minifigure. So next up, let's take a look at our other good guy in this set, which is just a generic Wookiee warrior. Now, this is actually a great inclusion of the set since we don't get many Wookiee warriors in LEGO. And it's always good to get more Wookiees if you ask me. So here he is. There's some lighter fur printing on his legs, which is very nice. And on his face, that also looks very nice. He has the old musket gun piece right here. It's a very nice piece. And if you guys are wondering, there is no back printing on the Wookiee. But again, I like to get generic Wookiees, and the level of detail they put on these Wookiees is always very nice. So here's a look at the back printing of him. And yeah, nothing else to say about this Wookiee. And before we get on to our exclusive minifigure here, sorry about bumping the camera, we gotta take a look at the most boring figure right now. I'm just gonna say it. This is the standard B1 Battle Droid unit LEGO's been making for a while. Nothing much to say about this figure except that it's a good figure to get in this set, but yeah, it hasn't changed in 20 years. Can you believe that? I really still can't believe it. I mean, except for this arm over here. That fell off, sorry about that. This arm piece, besides that, the Battle Droid has not changed in 20 years. And I can see why. It's just a great minifigure. And for its time, and even now, it's a very good minifigure. Last but not least, I'm going to have to put the stand over here. So I'm going to have to switch off this piece now. So here's Darth Vader, and here's how he'll look with this stand on. So this is a very nice minifigure. This is probably one of my favorite of the 20th anniversary figures. Because if you don't know already, so if you guys don't know already, on the back here, let me remove the helmet to show you guys. Shows 20 years of Lego Star Wars. And it's very annoying to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people really hate how Lego's done that. Let's wait for it to focus. Me. Anyways, though, with Darth Vader, it's very well hidden. You can't really see it at all, which is a very nice thing. Anyways, though, back on to the Darth Vader himself. This is the original Darth Vader they made. The original set he came in was the Y-Wing vs. TIE Advance set in 1999. And even back then, I think he had some of the better printing over here. You know, for his armor, it's not the best, but again, it's still pretty well good. And up here is his old helmet, which again was a good head mold, but I still think the newer one is much more superior. And here's the old face print. Now, I definitely think the newer face prints are much, much better. One thing to note, a couple things to note actually, is that the stand says 20 years Lego Star Wars with Darth Vader on it. And then last but not least, of course, you can connect each stand on. You guys know the drill. You connect the stand on so you can have a row, which is very, very nice. Again, and that's all the minifigures. Now, I think what we should do now is take a look at the AT-RT first. Now, I'm going to frequently call this the AT-RT because in the Star Wars universe, this walker name is the AT-RT. So overall, it's got a very nice design to it. It's about the same scale as the 501st AT-RT, and it still looks very nice. So here's a look at the legs, and here's kind of like the construction they used. Then over here, you got some gears, like right here, here, and here, which just add another level of detail. What I like about the legs, at least, is the fact that they're using olive green over here and the dark tan over here. Just add some very nice color to this set. So these legs are not very posable, actually, which is kind of a downer. So you can move this joint. You can only move it up to here before it gets stopped. This joint you can move about here, but then with these two added pieces on each side, like, so, you know, with these two pieces and these two pieces back here, you can only go up to that position, which is good for standing it, I will admit, but it's not very good when you want to actually pose it for something. So back here, you have some suggested gears, which again, I also like. And again, moving upward, these are probably maybe some exhaust vents for the AT-RT walker. And back here, we have the antennae, which could be used for calling maybe a forward command center or something, which is, again, a very nice feature. Go on to the front. I'm just going to move all this to show you guys the whole thing. I like the olive green again on it. This set uses a decent amount of stickers. Just only one sticker, which I think is very nice for a $30 Lego set. I mean, this sticker, I think, adds a lot of detailing overall to the set. Excuse me, actually, two stickers. I think they add a lot of detailing, and you should really apply them if you don't like stickers, because they do add a lot to the set. So, again, this is supposed to be the armor plating. But we can take this off again to reveal how the cockpit's going to look like for the AT-RT driver. You have this little joystick thing. And what's very cool, actually, is that he can fit on this with his blaster. You just have to angle the blaster down a bit more. Like so. You're actually going to have to lean him back a bit as well. But you can fit him on like so. And one other kind of hidden feature is with, sorry, I couldn't find my pointer for a second. With these two holes, you can actually, I believe, put the blaster in like so. Close it up like that. Yeah, so that's a little hidden place to store the clone's weapon. And then you can have him just holding onto the controls, which is pretty cool. And here's how he'll look inside. You can't really see off the top of it, but here he is when he's on. And of course, over here we have our blaster. It can move around very well, about 180 degrees, which is very nice. And it's got a stud shooter. Now, if you guys don't know how a stud shooter works, if you see this gray part over here, you want to press it down like so. The stud will go flying. To reload, You just press the stud in, the stud in with the top part like so. Just goes in like that. And there, that's how to reload a stud shooter. Anyways, though, there's just one problem with this ATRT, if you ask me. That is the fact that it's out of scale compared to a lot of other Star Wars sets. The ATRT should be about this high. About this high. So, overall, though, this is really the best scale LEGO's been able to do so far. And, I think it's a decent scale. It's not the best scale, but it's not the worst scale they've ever done. I think the smaller ATRTs were worse. But anyways, enough with the ATRT. Now let's get on to the side builds. So, first side build we should start off with, I think, is the main attacker bad guy, which is the Dwarf Spider Droid. Now, I actually really like Dwarf Spider Droids in general, because at least they're kind of like a moving artillery. If that's what it reminds me of. Well, the Hailfire Droid, excuse me. I almost said Hayfire. Anyways, the Hailfire Droid, while it's like a missile launcher with wheels, this is a walking cannon, basically, which I think is a really cool design. It's really cool droid overall. This droid actually has a lot of posability. Like here, you can move it around mostly because of this 2x2 clear piece down here. You can have a lot of motion and stuff with this droid, which I think is very great about it. You can get a lot of different poses with it. And I think that's a great thing about this droid. You can also move the eyes. And they're still using the telephone piece for the eyes, which is very nice. Up here, they're using the old ATTE blaster for an antenna. You can move that around if you want. Maybe if you're a kid, you can pretend it's like another gun for it to fire out. And then over here is a stud shooter. Now again, press it and fires. What's really cool about this one though is it's connected via a ball joint, so you can move this thing around. It's very posable. And that's one great thing about this spider droid. It's an extremely posable figure or unit or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's a really nice addition, I think, to the set. So last but not least, this is a brand new build, never been in LEGO before. This is a Wookiee barricade. We briefly saw this in Episode 9, Revenge of the Sith, where Chief Tarful and the Wookiees climbed out of it and stormed the droids on Kachiro Beach, which is where the main battle of Kashyyyk was. Anyways, though, up here we have a gun that can move around pretty well. It's got these two guards over here, so that if the soldier's firing out, these are protecting him a bit. Now, what's really cool about this, so each of these are like a claw or tooth piece, and it's connected with these pieces, so you can pose it around, move it around to whatever kind of shape you want. If you want it to be a narrower place, if you want it to be narrower like so, or just way more wider and more open like so. This is how LEGO tells you to do it, and this is, I'm pretty sure, how it's supposed to be. But again, I think it's a very nice side build that LEGO's never tried, and they tried it, and I think they executed it very well. So now let's get on to my final verdict. I think this is a very nice set for $30. 250 pieces, 4 minifigures. I guess you should only say 3 minifigures, because Battle Droid doesn't really count as a minifigure you'd really want in this set. Anyways, I think you get a good value with everything you get in here. And I really like this set. I rated it a B+. So I'll see you guys in the next video.